One of the most fearsome and successful predators in the oceans during the Cretaceous was. It was a close relative of today's snakes and monitor lizards, and this highly adaptable creature evolved in many different species and became the ruler of oceans around the world. Some species even adapted to live in fresh waters to continue their lineage, while many Mosasaurus species roamed the vast oceans, consuming fish, sharks, turtles, seabirds, and sometimes even smaller Mosasaurus. The size of Mosasaurus varied greatly according to their species, with two of the largest Mosasaurus being Mosasaurus and Tylosaurus. Moreover, both of these creatures were taller than a T-Rex. But don't let this mislead you, because many Mosasaurus species are no bigger than a dolphin. However, many species of Mosasaurus had a strong tail that they used to swim in water. They also had webbed feet that they used to stay stable while swimming in water. These creatures, which had flexible and strong jaws, had two on their skulls. There were rows of conical teeth thanks to these teeth. Mosasaurus could chew or hold their prey in their mouths before swallowing them. How did these terrible creatures come into existence, and what would be the result if they were still alive? According to a theory put forward, the ancestor of motorbikes lived in the area known today as the Galapagos Islands about 90 million years ago. Managed to adapt and made the ocean his home. The development of their strong tails turned them into skilled and fast swimmers, helping them to move further from the shore. In addition, these creatures, like dolphins and whales, swam close to the sea surface to get air because they were lung-breathing, and with the extinction of the Ichthyosaur and Pliosaurus lineages, Mosasaurus became the dominant sea hunters. Then, in the last 20 million years of the Cretaceous period, they spread rapidly to the oceans around the world and dominated these regions. These creatures became extinct during the Cretaceous extinction about 65 million years ago, when most living things disappeared, but it is not known whether they died suddenly or gradually. But one thing we do know for sure is that the oceans have never seen a marine reptile as large as Mosasaurus. If this weren't terrifying and were still alive today, much of the marine life we know today would probably be in a different form, because sea creatures would have to develop special abilities and methods to evade this powerful enemy, and as a result they would evolve differently. Even fish and mammals in our oceans today, they would have a very different appearance than they were and would have had a different lifestyle. An ecological theory suggests that because of the hunters, the prey tried to adapt quickly to the environment and changed, and thanks to this, they survived. According to a study conducted in 2007, the reason for the diversity of life in the sea for the last 100 million years is directly related to the interactions between prey and hunters. So our oceans might actually be even more diverse if Mosasaurus still existed. So what would our situation be at this point? If this giant reptile still lived in the oceans would have become a much more dangerous place for humans, and in this case geographical discoveries would have taken place much later than perhaps, and the discovery of the Americas would have been quite delayed. Also, if this creature still existed, it could attack fishing boats and sailboats, and swallow them. It could have sunk, in which case we had to build much bigger and stronger boats. As for ocean transportation, it would be a very dangerous job, so almost all the work was done by cargo planes. Also, hobbies such as sailing and fishing would not be as popular as they are today, and activities such as swimming or surfing are definitely human. It would have become life-threatening. Maybe even Moby Dick novel would be written about a Mosasaurus, not a whale, although there have been some claims about Mosasaurus lately. For example, in 2014, a man named Paul George claimed to have seen an unidentified creature passing near the ship he was in. Moreover, he observed this creature not only himself, but also in a small crowd aboard a ship called Carnival Cruise. It has been said to be at least as tall as a whale. However, it was also added to the statements that it was a rather large and wide animal for a whale. Finally, eyewitnesses stated that the creature was quite calm and that they had seen it only once. How true are these and similar claims? If a huge animal like Mosasaurus lived in the oceans, we would need to detect such a creature thanks to our highly developed sonar technology. However, even in very poor countries, advanced sonar technology is used on fishing or cargo ships. After all, no Mosasaurus is alive today, and that's a good thing.